nobody here tonight's afraid to say the word militia. But when you're standing in front of the people of the state, why is that not mentioned? The state of Missouri has an organized militia. I'm obviously a member. For me to become a member of the Missouri militia, I had to pass an FBI background check. We are the only state militia in the country that requires this. Now, you've mentioned Second Amendment several times here. God willing, it better not ever come to that. And I honestly hope it does not. But why are we being hid behind doors, and you guys that have the power to voice opinions and make a difference, not bringing us out in the open as that backup?
I don't have a good answer because I don't know of any formal law or provision.
Yeah.
or-
Yes, it is. Blunt,
It is.
Bond, was it
Governor
Blunt?
Blunt,
Yeah.
Oh,
before he left office, he made it. a law.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Forgive me, I'm ignorant about it. Educate
It's in the Missouri
all of
statutes.
us, the lobbyists included.
Yeah.
Probably, not right now.
Let Paul answer.
I got
Yeah,
tired.
whether it's in whether it's in the state statutes or not, I know that people have debated this before, whether or not a state can override the people's right to keep and bear arms. That I'm not even going to get into that because I don't believe that. We have the Second Amendment, which I read earlier, which I don't have it open to my page right now. We have the right to keep and bear arms, and the Second Amendment also makes clear that a well-regulated militia is necessary to a free state. And I think that one of the reasons that our founding fathers put that, I know that the Second Amendment was debated more than any other amendment in the Bill of Rights. And it went back and forth between the House and Senate over and over and over again. And I think that our founding fathers were, thank you. A well-regulated militia should be necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It's all one sentence. So it all goes together. The right of the people to keep and bear arms, and it is not exclusive to the militia, like some courts would like us to believe. The right of the people to keep and bear arms. At the beginning of our country's existence, they had just left a tyrannical government. And I think that the reason our founding fathers wanted to have a militia is to make sure it was supposed to be a check on the brand new government and on the new standing army. Okay? So that just goes right back to the basic fundamental principles that when the government fears the people, there's freedom. That's where the liberty is. I'm not against a militia. And I've never ever said, and I'll never ever will say that militias are bad or whatever. And I'm sure not trying to hide them or anything, but I'm telling you right now, in all the, sometimes it seems like chaos that goes on in Jefferson City, that might not be at the forefront of some of the issues of the day. But I'm not saying that it never will be, but I'm just saying right now, if you feel like you're being hidden or you're being covered up, it's not the case at all.
I just more feel like that we're kind of being forgotten.
You're not. I'm telling you right now with
a
the
well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. We are a free state, and there are people down there in Washington trying to take that away from us. What are we doing to stop it?
You're doing something, well, you're a member of the well-regulated militia, correct? So we're doing something about it. You're doing something about it.
Well, we need your guys' support.
You need to understand what distinguishes the difference between the militia and the National Guard is that you're not a state entity, you're a citizen entity.
Yeah.
So what the state's responsibility there is to get out of the way and let you do what you do as citizens. Every citizen state should be able to own their own bazooka. They can fire as many times as they've got a place to do it, and they can afford the ammo. And I haven't got a problem with that, personally. I support that. And I doubt that any of the legislators here tonight would oppose that. But you are a citizen's militia. The state can't support that, or it would not be a
They
citizen's
do regulate
militia.
it though.
But they need to get out of the way of regulating, that's
They
right.
do regulate it.
Then
Okay.
they need to stop.
And there's
Very good.
also unregulated.
This lady from St. Louis.
Hi, I'm from Eureka, Missouri, and I am proud to say that Majority Floor Leader Jones is my rep. One thing that has not been said tonight out of this whole crowd is the courage and the strength it must have taken for a very popular, well-supported floor leader like we have in Representative Jones to step up and put this out.
That's for sure.
And right along with Mr. Messer's comments is the civility that has to take place. This debate has to take place under our conservative tent. To bash somebody because they bring it up. And thank you, Mr. Rowland, for coming out. It's late, it's Thursday, these gentlemen have been all up all week. But then to hear Representative Kurtman say, who we all know loves the Constitution and is very well versed on it, but is willing to say, okay, maybe not this way, but this way. And then the courage again for Representative Jones to be able to recognize it's not the time. But the time is coming, ladies and gentlemen. So here's my question. If not this, then what? Because when you talk about the voters at the ballot box, and you think we should do that, how many percentage of conservatives voted for Obama? And we never thought, with all the information on him, with him allowing a baby to die on a cold table in Chicago, we still had Christians voting for Obama. So the reality is, we may not always win at the voter box, but I want to thank them for bringing it up. The big question, sir, is, if not this, then what? Then that is.